Hello YouTube, this is Bub's Comics coming at you with a quick comic haul. We've got a few to get through, and I don't know if you call it a grail, but we definitely got a couple of keys here and some artist spotlights. So we'll start off making his first appearance in my collection. So I've had a few of his books for selling or flipping books or whatever you want to call them. And this was one that I had picked up 4 of, but I sold the other 3. So here is Captain Marvel #1 by Art Germ. This is the long hair variant. Strip away all the hype and strip away all the, people rushing out to Walmart and other people calling them stupid and all this other crazy stuff that I've seen on social media for the last 2 days. And what you have is you have an Art Germ who's very obviously talented and sought after with an exclusive store variant. That's it. That's what you've got. And for $7 or whatever it is for these 3 packs, you get the exclusive store variant that you know you're getting because it was up front, and you get 2 other comics that you may like. And if you sell it or keep it, doesn't matter. You got an exclusive store variant for under $10. That just doesn't happen. Generally, those cost $20 to $30 no matter when you get them. So whether you get them, when they first drop or after. So that's my take on it. So I'll probably keep this copy. I kept the one that was the biggest 9/8 candidate, and I might get it slabbed. I don't know. I kind of like it. So next is a book that I picked up in one of those packs, and it was Captain America Steve Rogers, number 15. That's Gabriel Dell'Otto variant, or not variant. That's the A cover, I think. Second printing. So that's pretty cool. I like Dell'Otto pretty well. So that's nice. I never did care for those dual shields. They're just not. It's just not a Captain America shield for me. But I love the Red Skull in this. Absolutely amazing. Another one I picked up in a batch is a second printing of this Mark Brooks Star Wars Darth Vader number 20. I think that's volume 1. So that came out a couple years ago. So that's pretty cool. And on these second printing variants, the background behind these guards were different colors. So in the second printing, they're all red. Next we have, this is a book I picked up at an LCS, not my most closest LCS, but I have to drive out of town sometimes to get some good books. And here we have Johnny Quest number 5, nice Dave Stevens cover. Absolutely love that. Love that cover. I told a story on the No Faces chat, but my wife had said, well, did you pick up Dave Stevens' artwork after you knew that he drew The Rocketeer and you liked The Rocketeer, or before? And the answer is after. However, once I knew that he had drawn The Rocketeer, I went back into my collection and found 3 books that I already owned of his just because I liked the covers. When I was digging through bins and I saw a book, I thought it had a cool cover and I bought it. So that's pretty cool when you find out that you kind of organically like these characters. Here's a cool silver, Captain America 103. So as you know, the solo Captain America run starts at 101, I guess, right? And then it goes 101, 102, 103. So this is kind of like the 3rd book in the Captain America solo run. It's got a horrible miswrap. As you can see here, that 12 looks like a 2. And the rest of it is back behind the book and then cut short on this end. It's really weird. But terrible wrap on this book. But got it at a steal from an LCS. Just absolutely super happy with it. Great store in Bowling Green, Kentucky. Next we have Marvel Chillers number 5. Tigger versus the Werewoman. Picked this up at Kentucky Collectibles. It's one of my newer local comic shops that I've really been enjoying. They've got a nice mix of stuff there. And, they're kind of right up my alley. Every now and then they'll have big books, and they have a lot of variants for modern collectors. And they're kind of something for every type of collector, which is really nice. So I like when a shop kind of, it's hard to cater to one group only, so they kind of mix it around and everybody gets something, and they sell all the other stuff, action figures, statues, and pops and everything too, and card collectibles. So anyway, pretty cool shop. Glad that they're in the area, and hope they do well, so I try and give them as much business as I can. This isn't a huge, big deal book, but I like it, so it looks really cool. Next we have, picked this one up in Bowling Green, Fear number 5. That's a Jack Kirby cover right there, with, I think it's Kirby and Ayers. So, look at that. Penciled by Kirby and I guess inked by Ayers. And that's nice. That's one of those bound up books, you know, kind of like Giant Size X-Men 1. It's got the staples here and here. And you guys know I'm a sucker for change covers. So he starts off up here and he starts drinking the formula. First he's created it himself, obviously. He starts drinking the formula. Then over here he's like, oh, what have I done? And then, oh no, who am I? Oh, I'm the Gorilla Man. So these are all reprints. But they're great stories, and it's got Kirby art inside too, so I can't pass that up, man. I just love it. I love the old silly stuff. 25 center, Gorilla Man, you know, just good stuff. I love it. Love a good change cover. Next is a book that I was hunting for a while. It's funny, you know, you pass on a book every now and then because it is just gets out of the price that you wanted. But here is the Incredible Hulk 152. And this is covered by Herb Trimpe. And I passed on one that had Trimpe's signature right there. Well, I lost it in an auction. And I was really mad at myself because in the end I feel like I will have paid more. I wanted to pay more for it than I ended up paying. But at that time, money was tight. I had money tied up in other books. I had investments I had already paid for. So I really didn't have the loose money to just throw as much as I wanted at that book, so I didn't get it. So I've been missing it in my collection ever since, and I really wanted it, and finally found this copy, affordably, good shape. And my favorite thing about it is look at all the characters you get for this book. You get Daredevil, Hulk, of course, Captain America. You got the entire Fantastic Four, and you got Nick Fury there in the bottom corner. I mean, this is great stuff. I love that Hulk too. This may be it's definitely one of my favorite Hulk covers. Man, is it good. I just love all the rage he's showing there. I just love this cover. It might be my favorite Hulk cover. Of course, you know, as far as importance goes, there's 180, 181, heck, even 182, but still. And then there's, you know, annual #1, the Renko cover or half Renko cover. You know, those are all awesome books too. But as far as a book that has no real key value, it's just kind of floating out there in the run, this is the best cover of the rest of them, I feel like. Now there may be others I haven't seen up close and I could be wrong. So if there's a better one, let me know and maybe I'll get that too. But Herb Trimpe goodness right there, looking fantastic. And last but definitely not least, I'm working on my Steranko run. I really feel like now is the time to get Steranko books. If you've met him in person or recently, he's getting up there in age. And I think that, you know, unfortunately, if he leaves us, his books are probably going to jump, and I don't want to have to pay a bunch of money for some solid books. And his art is just fantastic. I've met him a couple of times. He's a really, really cool guy, hip cat, and if you get the chance to meet him, I highly suggest you go. His prices are middle range. He's not cheap to get a signature from, but you definitely get an experience for it. He's not one of those guys who just signs a book and looks the other way while talking to other people. He definitely gives you the experience. So here's the S.H.I.E.L.D. Origin issue. This is Nick Fury, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. #4. And that's it. That's what we got for our haul this time. I hope y'all enjoyed that. Went a little longer than the last one, but that happens sometimes. And when you get done watching all these other haul videos and checking out all your comics covers, crack one open and read it. Thanks. Bye.